Hey, how's it going, everybody? Today we'll be doing a tutorial on how to edit using Hitfilm Express. This is just going to be a walkthrough on using all the necessary and basic components of Hitfilm so that you're able to edit your videos successfully. Let's jump right into it. Once you have launched the app, you'll be shown this page over here. All you need to do to start your project is click the new button over here, which will open this window. It will give you multiple options in order to configure the video to your liking. I usually do template 1080p Full HD at 60 FPS. Don't mess with these unless you want a specific configuration to your liking. The sample rate it shows the sample rate, aspect ratio, frame rate, and so on. Once you are comfortable with the options, just click OK, and it will navigate you to the video. Once you're on this page, the first thing you want to do is click the import button, which is located over here. Once you click the import button, you'll be redirected to a file explorer that will allow you to access all your media and import it into this section over here. After you're done uploading your media, all you need to do to access it to the video tracks is just click and drag over to the section. I've already done that, so I do not need to do it. And as you can see, I've done beautiful Carl Weezer. Oh yeah. One thing to keep in track of is this section over here, the magnitude bar. This bar allows you to zoom in and out of your project in order to cut more intricate pieces. So if I want to cut a smaller part of a video than before, all I need to do is just drag it to the right. If I need to look at it as a whole, I just need to drag to the left. It just shows you the magnitude of a project. Now moving on to this section. This is the tools that Hitfilm presents you with. These are very important tools, so I will go over them first. The first tool is the selection tool. The selection tool is a multi-purpose tool that is automatically selected as the first tool. It allows you to do multiple things such as highlight, move a slider tool, and many more. It is the all-around tool, pretty much. The next tool is the drag tool. In order to use this tool, I needed to zoom in a little bit. The drag tool allows you to move through your project eloquently. It does not tamper with your video, so as you can see, I'm trying to drag it. I cannot. It just allows you to transition through your project smoothly. The next tool is the splice tool, also known as the slice tool. I like to call it splice. The slice tool allows you to automatically cut pieces of a video track into smaller pieces. This allows you to edit these individual pieces on their own and not as a whole. So if I want to put an effect on this particular section and not these other sections, I can use the slice tool. It just is very useful and it's very efficient. The next tool is the slip tool. The slip tool allows you to configure a trimmed video track and allows it to start earlier, which prompts it to finish earlier, or start later and allows it to finish later. So what I can do is click this video track, and by moving it to the left, it will start earlier, but will finish earlier. If I move it to the right, it will start later, but will move later, as indicated by the plus and minus signs. If you do not want to edit at all, just move it 0. The next tool is the slide tool. The slide tool allows you to edit a video track that's in between two tracks and configure its stop point and end point. As you can see, if I move it to the right, it will edit the video track on the right, but it will also increase this video track to the right. So it allows you to skip a tool. Normally, if I wanted to do this, I'll just move it to the right and have to increase it. But the slide tool allows you to skip that extra step, which saves you time. The next tool is the ripple edit tool. The ripple edit tool allows you to trim a clip by moving it. Like let's say if I want to move it to the left like this, it will allow me to trim it, but will also compensate this clip to move with it. So normally, as I said before, if I want to trim it, I'll have to do this and move it over. But the ripple edit tool skips that extra step by just trimming it and moving over the track after it. The next tool is the roll edit tool. The roll edit tool allows you to click on an interval and edit that interval itself. So by moving this interval to the left, it will lengthen the second video but shorten the first video. But if I move it to the right, it will lengthen the first video but shorten the second video. So it just allows you to tamper to the cut itself but not move the position of the videos themselves. Again, this is one of those tools that just skip an extra step. If I want to do this manually, I'll just have to move this like this and over. But the roll edit tool allows you to just skip that step, saving time. The final tool is the raise stretch tool. The raise stretch tool allows you to change the playback frequency of the video itself. So if I wanted to keep the whole content of the video present, but just change the speed at which it is displayed, I need to use the ray stretch tool. So if I move it a little bit to the left, it will keep the whole content intact, but it will just make the content play faster. If I make it go play a little bit to the, if I make it stretch to the right, it will play a little bit slower to compensate. Again, just keeping the original content intact, it just reduces the playback frequency. Now that we are done with these tools, we're gonna move over to these tools, the viewer tools. These tools allow you to edit the actual preview of a thing, of a video, so that you can edit it to your liking. The selection tool is pretty much the same exact thing as the selection tool over here. It just lets you to move it. And the move drag, the drag tool, in this case, is known as a translate. It just moves the video track but doesn't edit it. Pretty much the same use as here. So these two are just the same exactly as these two, just do not worry. The third tool is very important. If you want to add text to the video, all you need to do is just make a box or like a rectangle, any shape you want. By making this, it will add a tool to which the slider tool is present at. It will add it right after it, and you can type anything you want, like Carl Weezer. And by having this, it will have that text appear in that specific interval. This text will appear as like a video track, so you can edit it the same. It has the same properties as V's edit tool, so you can edit it using any V's, trim it. It has all the properties as it, so it treats it as a video track, even though it's not a video track. These next tools are Max. These are a little bit advanced, but very simple. If you want to highlight like a certain area of it, but not all of it, you can use this mask, the rectangular mask. As you can see, I've cut out the outer margins, but I've kept the actual content itself. The ellipse mask is the same thing, but it's just in an ellipse, like this. And the freehand is the same thing, it's just like, but you can do it freehand. Now that we are done with these tools, I'm going to move over to the Effects tab. The Effects tab is a very important tool in Hitfilm that allows you to add effects to the video track. They are categorized by alphabetical order, and you're allowed to do anything you want. But if you want extra effects, as you can see here, you'll need to pay. This software is completely free. I'll put a link in the description below and how to download it. But I'll go over the most important ones: keying, transitions, and distortion. The distortion allows you to just distort the video track itself by adding it to the thing. In order to add an effect, it's very simple. Just drag and click the effect wanted onto the thing, and it will do the intended effect as described by its name. Keying is done by using a green screen. If you put a green screen onto a thing, and if you have a green screen and put color difference onto it, it'll remove a green screen on it, which is why the green screen is used in with the color difference. The transitions are very useful. Allows you to transition from one video to another smoothly. So if I were to transition from this video to other, I just put a transition right in between and it will transition. It is very useful, and the transition audio is the same thing. If you have two audio pieces but you want to transition them, it will do the same exact effect. It will just transition them. On to the more advanced part of Hitfilm Express is the composite shot. The composite shot allows you to move one part of a track from the video into another tab in order to keep track of this video itself. The composite shot allows you to perform keying and other certain effects that are advanced. Yeah, I will go over keying in another video, but for now, the composite shot is pretty much a tool that allows you to edit multiple tracks and just keep track of them in multiple tabs. So if I were to make a composite shot here, we'll make a new tab and just keep track of them. Now, if you want to export a video, all you need to do is click export, name the video, and click save. It will have you redirect to a new tab where it will export successfully. This is the export menu, as I've said before. All I need to do is, I've named it and started it. Now it's just going to start and it's going to finish. That is going to be all for this video. I'll try to do a more in-depth guide, like the more advanced stuff in another video. But for now, this is the most basic stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys want more help on down in the comments below. I'll try to help you. And that is it for now. Thank you all for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe if you like the content. Now, and yeah, let me know what you guys think, and that's it. Sayonara!